Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Sleep. As this year comes to a close, by the time this video comes out, it'll be a New Year's Eve day. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Perfect time to do our last question and answer session for the year. So, thank you for everybody who interacted, and please keep them coming. Excuse me. As I always say, these videos are for educational purposes only. Feel free, though, to comment on this video or previous videos. I answer any and all questions. So, with that being said, let's get started. On my Ambien and other Z drugs video, 1 Minutes writes, Trazodone has withdrawals too. Any sleeping pill, any sleeping pill can cause withdrawals, which means that if you rely on it, if I give you a sugar pill, and I said, here, take this pill. It's going to help you to sleep better every night. And you take it and you feel like it works, and I stop it, you're going to have rebound insomnia. That's a very common thing. It's not withdrawals. Withdrawals are actually a life-threatening condition where, let's say somebody withdrawing from alcohol, that can lead to seizures and other, other bad things. Trazodone is not known to do that. It can be unpleasant, but it's not true withdrawals, okay? But I know what you're saying. Nick writes, great vid. This is on my reading before bed video. What about conversations with your partner in bed? For example, you read something interesting and it sparks a bit of an intellectual chat. He's referring to if you read something before bed and then you end up talking to your bed partner, is that good or bad? That's a great question. It could go either way, right? So if you have something where you read a very interesting book or article or so, and then you're talking to your bed partner, and that sparks you guys to be up for hours, going on this really interesting back and forth, that probably is not a good idea to do on a consistent basis. However, if you're reading something and you have a 5-minute conversation, say, you know what, we're going to talk about this more tomorrow, that's fine. But anything you read or anything you talk about, whether it be even a phone conversation or a bed partner conversation, before bed, it's okay for it to be interesting, but you don't want it to be super stimulating because that can make it harder to fall asleep at nighttime. Okay? So a good question, what I would say is, if that happens, oh, this is fascinating, let's go to bed, we'll talk tomorrow. Good question though, Nick. On my sleep inertia video, there's no name, it's just a smiley face. It looks like an emoji. And he writes, do adults get it only? Talking about sleep inertia. Because I'm 13 and I have all the symptoms. It started with a sore throat. Then I went on a trip to a museum. It started with a sore throat again. And there's a very long list of what happens. I had the urge to vomit. Felt like I was dying. The urge to vomit was dying over a short period of time. Anything I could do to remove everything, including the sleep inertia. When I woke up, I felt like I was in the oven. Should I turn the fan on? I feel like I have tinnitus now. Yeah, my friend, this is definitely more of an issue that a primary care doctor should definitely know about. It sounds like you may have had a viral illness or something, which is not sleep inertia. If somebody has a viral illness, that can cause all the symptoms you're describing, including maybe even ringing in the ear, an upper respiratory infection, that can lead to feelings of tiredness and fatigue. It's not necessarily sleep inertia. Sleep inertia is more of a long-term issue. But it sounds like to me you have some sort of viral thing going on, which you definitely should talk to your primary care doctor about. I hope you feel better. On my Xyrem and Xywav discussion, B-Man writes, thank you for this video. I haven't gotten my medication yet for my idiopathic hypersomnia, but we have gotten most of the process done, so I should be getting my medication as soon as possible. Do you have any tips for me or others with IH? Thank you. Yeah, that video on there's several videos on idiopathic hypersomnia. If you look under the video section, it says being tired throughout the day. There's a whole bunch of videos on IH and fatigue and other things. I think the key thing to remember is that, one, this is a real condition, okay, and that it's not, you're not lazy or making it up or depressed. I mean, those things, people can be depressed with this condition, but it's something that you can't control, right? This is your body telling you need 10 or 12 hours of sleep. So I would say the biggest tip is knowing that, one, you're not alone, and two, that this is real. I would definitely urge you to join the Hypersomnia Foundation. They have a great website, great resources for doctors and for patients. So definitely get on there. Join IH discussion groups. Okay, that's helpful. And just be gentle with yourself. Okay, because this is a real condition. I'm hoping that when you get the medication, you find that you're able to get through the day easier and you're able to feel more energetic. But I think, a situation like this, you have, the second half of your life is going to be, IH diagnosed with medication. So good luck to you, my friend. And then lastly, on my Trazodone video, Greg Page writes, I want to get off this stuff. It makes me feel hungover and tired all day. I'm only on 25 milligrams. What's a good taper plan? Yeah, it's not for everybody. Trazodone is a good medicine, but people respond differently. If somebody were to be tapering off it, 25 is a low dose. Just for everybody out there, the smallest dose it comes in is 50 milligrams, 50 pills. So 25 is half of that. Usually what I'll have people do is, tapering off, there's a million different ways to do it, but you could start with taking a quarter pill, so 12.5, and doing that for a week, and then maybe every other night, right, and then stopping it. Or you could do 25 one night, 12.5 the next, 25, 12.5, do that for a week, and then go down to 12.5 every night for a week. There's various ways to do it, but I think in your case, the best thing to do is just do it slowly. Okay. In theory, you could stop with 25 milligrams, but going back to the first video, you can have kind of an unpleasant rebound insomnia. So I would say is do it slowly. There's no major rush. Okay. So those are the questions for today. As the new year approaches, it's important to, well, it's not important, but people make resolutions, myself included. I think it's important, though, if you're watching this channel, to resolve to get better sleep, to take care of your health in general and sleep health specifically. And it's definitely an easy thing to kind of push sleep off to the side, but it can have consequences in terms of how you think and how you feel. So maybe resolve this year to sleep better and to make sure that if you do have any sleep problems, you go after them. And of course, one of your resolutions should be to subscribe to this channel, to like my videos, to share them with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, to interact with me, or comments, interact with me like these folks did today. Thank you for everybody who has interacted over the year. And remember, as we get closer to 1,000 subscribers, a lucky viewer will get a signed copy of my book. I don't have it in front of me right now. But you got to be in it to win it, so subscribe. And for everybody out there watching, I hope you have a great 2022. I think we all deserve that after these last couple of years. And I hope that your 2021 ends on a high note. And until next time, sleep well.